Hey guys, today I'm going to be making a chicken scrap soup. It's a pretty popular dish around my house because it only takes about 4 or 5 ingredients and leftovers from a rotisserie chicken from the grocery store. So what you really need is onions, celery, and carrots. First we're going to make a basic chicken stock. So what we're going to start with, we're going to sear off the carrots, celery, and onions. Alright, those look about ready. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take your leftover chicken. See, so you're just going to take that whole thing, put it in there, take the bones, whatever you got, toss it in. Once that's in, what you can do is either fill it up to the top with water, that's how most stocks are made, or if you have stock left over from before, you can fill it up with a bit of that and then mix water in. If you use stock, it really concentrates the flavor. I got a bit left over, but not enough to fill this whole pot, so I'll use what I have. Then I'll fill the rest with water. Now what you want to do is you want to let it come up to a boil. You want a nice big rolling boil, and then you're going to lid it and you want to drop it down to a simmer. And then let that reduce by at least half. And a nice thing you could do while you're waiting for that is to prep the veggies for the rest of your soup. Now we're almost at a boil. You're going to put in our herbs. I usually like to use a lot more rosemary than this, but it's all I had. If you don't have rosemary, don't worry. If you have dried rosemary only, that's fine. I'm going to toss in 2 bay leaves. If you want to toss in 4, toss in 4. Thyme, just like the rosemary. I ran out of fresh, but I did have dried thyme, so I'm going to put about, I don't know, 1.5 tablespoons, 2 tablespoons in there. Mix it in. I'm going to season, salt and pepper. Then I'm going to add some garlic in there too. Just going to lightly press them. Let all the aromatics out. And now it's just a waiting game while we wait for that to boil. Alright, now that we've got a nice rolling boil going on the soup, what we're going to do is we're going to drop the temperature down to a light simmer. You can put a lid on it, you don't have to. I like to do a little half lid so steam can still escape. And you really want it to just be a gentle simmer, just little bubbles coming up. And then you wait. Like I said, you want to reduce that by about half and then season again after you taste it. And that could take anywhere from 1 to 3 hours depending on the size of your pot and the temperature you're simmering at. Alright, the stock's been going for about 4 hours now. It started right about here. Now it's down to here. I'm going to take it off and do a little taste. See where we're at. Tastes really good, needs a little pinch of salt. It's not watery, you get a nice big chicken flavor, but I just want to make it pop a bit more, so maybe just 2 or 3 more turns. And then always taste it again. Perfect. Alright, I'm going to turn that off. Grab my strainer. Pour out all this goodness. separated all the junk from what remains of the chicken, the stock will have cooled enough that you can peel back the one little layer of fat that would have coagulated on top. And you just want to do this slowly and just push it all towards one side or the middle. And then skim that right off with your spoon. Just very shallow. You don't want to go too deep and accidentally mix it in, reheat it, and you're fucked. And our pan is hot again. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook off the mirepoix that we started before. Then you can go ahead and re-add your stock. Re-add your chicken. Then you take your leftover pasta. You bring that back up to a boil for 10 minutes, and you're all set. Put on your favorite show. Sports are canceled, so you can't watch any of that. Sit on your couch and enjoy your quarantine.